Good morning. I want to say.
Oh, I'm ready. Someone's away.
Yeah, I'm Adam.
You are very fine. And I was
See, you may. When my granny, the bow game and near man far. If you are here, so could you? Share moi. I ask away. So call. Don't want to do Okan's one over. Whatever is all quiet. That's for more than many. I made you ask Mamma. That's Kobo, oh, yet, day. What's a member? Hey, coffee, move, bro. Won't you check our back? Asemu. Mo bre papa. Chance obo kona kra bag good vision. Okofi on a more so say Manchester meeting Manchester United. Na ye bo Champions League. Na ye tibi a kra bag.
Champions League.
Any business be our Champions League.
Of course, any level.
You don't have any business there.
I Koraba go nim channel 2 team ni mo. Nti tirawa na woni Sanla na jejejeje. Yemfa a manager of the month in Nada house. E dey say na United Obebo Champions League. Any possible that. United can't play the Champions League. Any Champions League team. We team make it down. There's nobody who can play the Champions League. Like currently. It's not possible. Team English Premier League ni bi na Sunderland mo relegation abano. No match your match when I'm going to do no master. Sir, but she are correct teams managers or show.
Okay.
The how manager of the month say me na. Eric Ten Hag or Jamie Ensa. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer je baako. Uni asasa be je baako. Any news.
More nya award no baako kra.
Yeah.
Manager of the month in October. More nya bi.
Then October there be nya bi. But you are nominating
Kofi and you won't have the casa near moving a cool when you the month of October you coach at G best manager your players are the best player who join in JJ movie the coach in a G a manager of the
1 month out of 8 months and it's here
the month of October, not just in your.
But you're not saying it.
Mate. Money are the
I sound better than you in the month of October.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what is will come on with me? Have video, oh my God, will come on. You do as now, your boss will come on. I sound better. If we say perfect in football, I sound the perfect man.
They don't know me.
Oh, go be a mamu. Anybody more can crash and was say boys. But you when you so only akora idea bra. What you can crash
So Kofi, you are saying say omo mutenase na omo choose Amorim as the manager of the man. No pity no. Pity how. Why? Amorim dey pity. A serious allegation how you know.
Na dey pity anybody o. Obi pity obi no dey adie man anybody.
No, that's a do man rob ya man be say.
Na Ubi say Mikel Arteta say the manager of the month for October sia. The Premier League title see on man. Then Abegia. Na Mikel Arteta be choosing a different form so we be say Amorim say the manager of the month here the Premier League title here then Abefa. Amorim be for manager of the month for October because on him say na assured for him. League not me. But Mikel Arteta say manager of the month every day. What dia wa bre. It's more friend say manager of the year. See
Ed, I'll say you couldn't beat Grimsby and you want to talk about the Champions League. Someone's going to me and check our back.
Oh, Master Syria. Grimsby you. Grimsby TTT
40.
What do you know about Rich? There are games this weekend. The Premier League is becoming more interesting, and there are some dynamics I would want to start a next conversation with. Rich, I have the table of the Premier League last season by this time. That is before game week 11, and this season, a comparative analysis of the two. Which is the Premier League table of last season, not the Premier League table of this season. There are some differences, and it tells a story. I think this story can lead us into analyzing the games of the weekend and also helping us to predict for one moment to know exactly maybe because that is very important and key in the modern football discussions. Which in 2024-2025 season, a new table that me left, and a 2025-2026 season, a new table either me right if I turn towards the border. Which last season by this time, not Liverpool in that top.
With 25 points.
25 points. Now I want you to pay key attention to the point of Liverpool on that top by this time. Any Arsenal on that top this time. What do they have similar?
Obia bought 10 matches. Now, last year, Liverpool goal defense was 13. And this season, Arsenal so about the same 10 matches. The goal defense is me who bought
15.
On only the 15.
Yeah.
Okay, now say on only goals, you know.
But the similarity is in the number of points.
Sure.
Liverpool last season was 25 points. This season, 25 points from Arsenal. So it means that there is Nipa no defense last season and Nipo defense this season, the same points. Now it's Okon number 2 now. There is something also similar between the two tables. The same team. Last season and this season as the second place team. But then at this point in time of the season, Man City had a second. And Rich, Oko in the third place. There is Nottingham Forest for last season. Liverpool are dropping points out of form. There is Sunderland, there is Bournemouth, there is Spurs, and there is Chelsea. But Rich, one say there are two key things that is happening here. Team may describing as alien. I want to say that man cut top 6, no top 4, no. Last season, about with Nottingham Forest. But this season, there are two of those teams in Sunderland, any team your friend in Bournemouth. So it means that the competitiveness of the English Premier League, of course, and it has been the same for a while now. Or teams like Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Man United, and Modern have not been optimum. But you look across the Premier League table, something is very, very clear, and we'll move on to games now. Which the points difference from third place last season, 19 points for last season, 18 points for this season. ABC, Bebe, 10th, almost the same. Until last season, now the only third one 19 points, no only 10th, 15 points, then 4 points difference. And this season, the only third, 18 points, the only 10th, 15 points, 3 points. So it tells you that this season, say, year you can go up and down the English Premier League table. And it brings me to the table for match day 11 fixtures now. This weekend, a crucial weekend. One, in deciding where teams like Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Man City, Liverpool, their future will look like on the table. Two, it's a crucial weekend also for teams like Man City and Liverpool based on whether they can push Arsenal to the title. Three, it's a crucial weekend for Arsenal Football Club to see if they can consolidate their gains and then their gap also on them to push up and win. And also a crucial one lastly, on if Team FNL Sunderland are truly a team that can push and punch above their weight into the Premier League top 6. Because Rich Okba this season, this weekend, match week 11, Arsenal and Sunderland they ball. Arsenal are first, Sunderland are fourth. Man City and Liverpool ball. Man City the second, Liverpool the third. Over down, I say Tottenham Hotspur and Man United ball. Tottenham Hotspur the 6, Man United at the 8. But look at that, they have the same points. Over slightly lower. Crystal Palace and Brighton and Hove Albion airball 9th and 10th in that area. Now again, Ushe, this area that sets the tone for this season for them. Now, more specifically, and I'll come to that later. The story of Chelsea. Chelsea now Ushe the top half of the table now. Almost against team unbend in terms of points, unbend in terms of weight, unbend in terms of even the quality and strength as a team. In the Chelsea against with 1-2-1 draws or the last. But teams are getting bench Chelsea, so it's an opportunity for Maresca's team to punch up and push up about the weight, especially because of what I said in the earlier slide. I said points now can it's a point maximum or pushy. It makes this weekend a crucial weekend. So adios. In the pre-match analysis of all the games in the English Premier League and enter them specifically, which is very important. And it starts at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Like you said, Rich, I like this graphic from Premier League. Premier League for a picture of last season. The Europa League final of the story of Tottenham Hotspur season and how it got to the tail end where Ange Postecoglou essentially wanted to get a win and managed to get the win. He put it after the back essentially. And the heartbreak of Manchester United, 4 players and your fans all together, it was very, very interesting. Which, I think, all jokes aside, winning the Premier League Manager of the Month is a good thing for Manchester United and for Ruben Amorim. It is for Amorim in the sense that, which the stories have not been nice until recently. So for him to get to the point where when winning Manager of the Month, will also make him feel like, okay, there is some positive in the job that he's doing. For him to take a cue from Saneman and build Manchester United to the level where they can compete and win more, it's important for psychological strength, for the boosting of it, but also it can also be a banana skin, and I'll talk about that. I'm a friend of Brian Mbuemo. He was brought to Manchester United for this, to score goals, to be the player that will be the difference maker, to be the main guy and focal point for Manchester United, and that's essentially the job that he's doing. Even when Manchester United are not playing well, you know, say Brian Mbuemo and last week the friend Amad Diallo become the 2 players that make a lot of difference. So that is one of the best things that you can get from them. Like I told you, Premier League Manager of the Month here, Manchester United managers, and they alien to them. Ruben Amorim before the game said we are a better team, we play better, we understand the game better at this point in time. And of course, it's a good time for Brian Mbuemo, which, like he said, in the last 7 games, Amune Torian Mospeabo, which has been very difficult for you. Very, very difficult. May 2025, or started 2023, April 2023, Mobo draw 2-2 at Torian Mospe Stadium. Almost 2-0 in August 23. Mokobo 2-2 in 2024. 2024 September, Omba Beshemo 3-0. Or in 2024 December, almost 4-3. Last season, Ange Postecoglou Shemo 1-0 and of course the Europa League final also almost like Shemo, which when I saw this graphic from UEFA for Asima Mekachi almost said, if the 2 clubs want to go at a level where they dominate football to become some of the best in their business, the modern game number 6 and I think it is running away from them. I think say open the work rate without the ball, the characteristic work rate of the average defensive midfielder who wins duels and win the ball back for you and hands it back for you. Casemiro and Joao Palhinha can give you that. But I have personally held that opinion. Say so the modern archetype of a number 6. He is the one who's supposed to be the anchor, but the ball inside the can inside should be able to play and play well. And that is why I'll forever go for the Martin Ibanez, the Mendy's, the Thomas Partey's, the Elliot Andersons, the young number 6s in the team. I'll go for Romeo Lavia, Sam Weston, Frankie de Jong, even also in that regard, Moses Caicedo and Declan Rice are good in that regard. I don't think that these people make a difference of both things for me. I hold a personal view, say the reason why Joao Palhinha did not succeed at Bayern, which is a team that's possession laden, is because of his ability. And I think that the modern day number 6 should be able to influence play in all phases. He doesn't when it's in the first phase of play. When you
are not lucky.
On the ball, Yembambejibo under means one who say under Caicedo cry. Caicedo to me Bejibo be under pressure. Under pressure, no turning out of the pressure and plays forward. That is how if we are singing songs to praise Frankie de Jong, if we are singing songs to praise Toni Kroos when he was controlling the game for Madrid at the time, and when he left the club, we kept on saying, Nisa play Obabe Sadian to the extent that now Orien is now being taught to play in that role. When we talk about Martin Ibanez, even when Ryan Gravenberch helped Liverpool to win the league, we kept on saying, Ryan now Liverpool in that hole. And he had changed his game a little bit. Well, he likes it, Kakra. Of course, football here. He can make
for Casemiro, I think any age,
Yeah, of course. Casemiro. And you see, Casemiro.
You can't cheat nature.
Yeah, Casemiro also played in a team where he was not burdened with ball. But he had technical players to control the football. And he was perfect at it.
And so I went about Manchester now.
Yeah.
So Okota Kuno Yana very frustrated. And now Obuano or the yellow card. Now they are resulting to red.
It's affecting him a little bit, but of course, we'll share the data and statistics comparing the 2 number 6s. Palhinha shared 2 goals, Casemiro shared 3, 1 assist each, 2 chances created by Joao Palhinha, Abrante friend Moses Casemiro has 86 chances, 29 possession won. Of course, Casemiro winning 35 on him, 44 tackles to 18 tackles on him to the both players. Rich, now let's play the game on the tactical board. Where does the game get won or lost for you?
They say United is over here. Maybe I want the front three. Mm-hmm. And up front, I think our best player has been Mbeumo always. Okay. The link-up play with Ahmad Super. Yeah. Say a transitor. Born come out and say, "Unim baby Mbeumo." Yeah. And Mbeumo soon baby Ahmad. And it's really, really helping us. Kunwa, also now in Shen and say after scoring, who say the confidence, gradually or building in Kakakaba. The only player I think Akakaka is Benjamin Sesko. As a still now the confidence level no from Premier League in team fans.
Is this a game over starting Benjamin Sesko? Why don't you? I've seen a lot of Manchester United fans. Say they would rather start a bench friend Matthias Cunha as an upfront player here than play Mason Mount in the hole to pick up the second balls. What do you think? Kenya
bad, but games be saying you need goal.
No, but they be America same with you. United goals is not coming from Sesko.
I know.
The goals are coming from
But Oye striker, see. Until America and the confidence in them by. Yeah. Because no, so the Bundesliga no upper Premier League.
If you play the confidence in by, then you don't play such a game.
No, that's why it's not much chance to play.
In such a game.
No, I'm building the confidence.
In such a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
May I feel that Tottenham have more problem with defense.
Okay.
And it's all about building player and the confidence there. Let him play. No share. Another big team in the Premier League. And then we're boosting Nhyira going forward. Okay. So maybe I prefer Benjamin Sesko. Okay. Though
don't start with Mason Mount.
Yes, maybe they may Mount. I'll play Benjamin Sesko.
Back three no the same thing.
That mean bet how I'll say chances no.
No problem.
I don't like
back three in the same thing at the back.
Oh yes.
Euro delete
sure.
Means that you don't start Harry Maguire in this back three.
No.
Okay. Obabo Amad Diallo, no about Diago Dolo as a wing back. No about Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes.
Sure.
Okay. So now most of the Manchester United fans at some point some complain. He say, "Baby, I'm Bruno Fernandes in the best position."
It's because they need option. Yeah.
No, I'm saying something. I'm not complaining. I don't worry about that. But they kind of say most Manchester United fans were complaining about this. But now who's the team in your share will be doing because it's getting the team results. If this continues to give the team results, then of course Ruben Amorim will continue with that. I would rather have pushed Cunha here and push Mason Mount. Why? I think that's on the tactical board. Game similar to what you saw against Chelsea. The only thing is that I don't foresee United pressing Tottenham Hotspur man for man like Enzo Maresca did. Ruben Amorim, any modus operandi no on pesa man. He would rather retreat into a mid block or a low block and catch you on the break. Enzo Maresca feels that say Tottenham team need the technical ability into pressing Obenya the results from them and then take the ball from them, transit and get the results against them. So he did that. I think that if Manchester United are able to add Mason Mount in here, and I feel like Mason Mount will start, although it's not here. So to me, the Mason Mount can't make four no. Me about be 3. Now Mbeumo drop in Cunha drop here. Manchester United gain dominance of a midfield of João Paulinho, Bentancur, any Abrante Feno, Javi Simons because one technical ability of Bruno Fernandes, any Mason Mount added to the athleticism of Mbeumo and Cunha gives them a plus in dominance over Fiifi on them. Of course, one of the parts of the game that I think will decide the game is the job of the Manchester United's right hand side. What Amad Diallo does without the ball and what Abrante friend Brandon Mbeumo combine in that area to make sure so many results. I think this game set piece goes me, Weber.
Okay.
Set piece goals will come. It will come. I don't know for who, but I know there's an over 1.5 and it comes from set place. And then I'm very certain, one, the game dynamics is important. There will be a lot of connects. Two, I think that aerial duels very, very important. Both teams are susceptible to it. Manchester United have proven that they are. Of course, with the invention of a Abrante Freno, Sani Lamens, assistant Kakra, but I think that set place can be a deciding factor. Over can message quickly in my community.
Abrante was here Freno on YouTube there, and he didn't follow the trend. Okay. I said, please, if you push Richardo to give his take on the Manchester United match, whenever he decides not to talk about their matches, it ends well for them. But when he brags, it turns to Telesta and then fact.
There's another kasa.
Oh, so I said me games be am person be am kasa be. I don't talk too much.
Now kasa now.
No, say me kasa be bra ya no sorry tia me.
And I make say now kasa now person omosham.
No.
Now person omosham.
Me an kasa na matena say me kasa bia e games ne nkoyi. And it's no bra on my camp. Ah o kasa bibli. Ne nkoyi adwuma no ni o tell say.
Me analysis. Whether me kasa o man kasa me adwuma na me. Iti
mo pem say me brag na mo dey akwa ma dey.
Over predict and predict.
Game we. Oh yeah be she.
This we are kasa dia. Oh yeah be she.
Oh yeah be she.
Me say.
The minimum say be she.
Okay.
That is the most important thing. Likely in Buemo Besashe.
Likely in Buemo.
Likely.
More Bricky Jackson.
Sure. Okay. So I must say 4 times. No, you be chum.
Okay.
Team Bia on Chelsea Abba. Chelsea Ashana. One team is Manchester United. No team. O best bear draw. But then Toria Mumunya draw with them.
Now, somebody. Which Arsenal are going away to Sunderland. All I can say to that game is that, see, Sunderland any team that will stop Arsenal. Arsenal go away and they'll go and beat them. That was how much. You know, it came out. Enzo Maresca has been nominated for FIFA Men's Best Player of the Year. Cole Palmer, Best Men's Player of the Year. And also Carles Noah. For me, it doesn't matter. If Yebetinya decided a lot of things with the World Cup there, then the Club World Cup is important in making some of these decisions. Especially when FIFA had said it's a new thing that was going to happen in there. I think they deserve to be there. Which, I saw the statistics from Chelsea stats and I was worried. Enzo Maresca has faced teams whose first name begins with W on 10 occasions in English football in all competitions. With Leicester and Chelsea, he has won all of the 10 matches.
Oshia team the first letter no.
I started W Guardiola.
Obeshe.
Agbeda.
Una so see there.
Ebeto.
Go to grad the way when
you see, this match is very important for Chelsea because okay, I catch on the Premier League table, catch on. Obia ebo akese for us. So Maresca cannot afford. And you see, I am here say Thursday na many say. Rich, say your man start teams to go Qarabag. No wait man sha. How do you blame manager? Qarabag. Na me ba Thursday kwen ka say come in Kawase. Qarabag. Like Maresca was saying, Jao had to obo I asked for national team. On team go Qarabag. Esteban Willian Brazilian national team. On team go Qarabag. Tosin Adere bia yo. On team go Qarabag more. Then they don't deserve to play for the team. So for me, the Qarabag game, first half me say 2-1 me Nhyira die. Nhyira die kra. Anybody that follows me knows that night I didn't even do a post-match reaction to the game. Meeting hotel room, I said, this thing is a waste of my time. Because there are certain games that you need to build. And see, I never quite affecting Maresca, no. He needs to find a way to get momentum. Me, I don't really care about whether the club is happy or the club is not happy. Sad stories, I'm in pain. But he has to find a way to build momentum and consistency. I can understand. So starting centre backs, then they also team now. Consistency is difficult to build, but it's important to get it, especially in a weekend like this. Chelsea can't afford to drop points against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Which, another statistics, obviously Chelsea have spent just 44% of their Premier League matches this season in losing game states, with only Crystal Palace 14.2 spending a lower portion of it. It means that for large parts, Chelsea managed to make sure say almost winning matches. But then the bigger worry is that Chelsea need the team of Premier League anymore. Well, losing games don't work from winning positions. It means that Chelsea cannot firm up games or say 1-0. They can't kill off the game, and then 2, they lose concentration and teams can't win. That is the focus of Enzo Maresca. So, our match, we are seeking a 4th straight home victory over Wolverhampton Wanderers, according to Chelsea stats. Competitions for the very first time in a run of 4 games between 2011 and 2017. I think say very important for Chelsea to go into this game and manage to play. And look at this statistic. Chelsea Blues defensive self-destruction habits. Teams in all competitions are what causes errors leading to goal by Chelsea. The other next Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now Wolverhampton Wanderers no at the relegation zone. So if you want probably the most assured better, goals bebem. Meaning my catch will say in none of my picks na made Chelsea bem. Chelsea is never part of me bet picks that. My team I'm supporting. If I don't any of the picks that I do over there, so it's important. I think Chelsea has to find a way to win. So, ball against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and you really want to show, say, who a team up so in a weekend like this, they have to win with a possible starting line. Whoever starts, it should be a game that Chelsea should find a way to manage to win. And you may, which Pep Guardiola is going to play his 1,000 game against Liverpool at no place other than Anfield. Which interesting at the Etihad story. Very interesting. 1,000th game at age 54. Which I think there is one thing that we all don't debate on. The fact that Pep is the greatest manager of all time. You disagree?
Greatest of all time.
Of all time. In my opinion.
Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Sir.
I know the story of the Arrigo Sakis and the likes, but
Ancelotti now.
Oh, Carlo is exceptional. But Rich, what Pep has done, well, okay, maybe sometime we'll get time here, but for me, let Maminka say he is my best manager of all time for the job that he has been able to do. And Omubisa about it, I say the numbers are insane. If I start again, I will not reach it. It's too many games. I think so. If we start again, it will be very, very difficult to reach there within the short time. The number of wins he had in his first 1,000 games now, what they compare other managers are. We're winning 715 in 1,000 games. Jose Mourinho winning 636, 38, and our Papa Efreno, Sir Alex Ferguson, he winning 632 in his first 1,000 game. Pep Guardiola a miles ahead of the team on your mobile. In the last few years, Pep's Man City have been suffering against Liverpool. That's not been easy. We have been struggling part to find it. Rich, Utie and a slaughter. See, you are always looking forward to watching his team play because we all know. See, idea about Pep teams, I'm on my dance, is the fact that the team they tend to change almost every day, fix how they want to play. Rich, and not here Pep pre-match press conference now. Also, Phil Foden is back, so Man City is back. So catch him, fail form number.
Yeah.
So Man City is back in the motion because Phil is back into the fray. Which what I like about the Liverpool team is that in the last few days and weeks, Oma tries and slot to go back to basics. The extra of our reliance on control on Fiifi, I think that maybe he has accepted that the team, is not cut for that. And it's over reliance on the control this animal with Fiifi and has allowed the team to play through the thirds and be very direct through a better friend Mohamed Salamo, and of course pushing Florian Wirtz against Liverpool. He played Florian Wirtz from out wide, and Wirtz was coming inside and outside most of the times in some match when they played against them. Of course, Nico Gonzalez seems to be playing very well. He has settled in at Manchester City with now 2-8 next to him. Phil Foden and a better friend Tijani Reinders, with most times Phil popping in as a number 10. Of course, with Erling Haaland up top. Rich, how would it hard? Okay.
Draw.
Oh, it's hard. Oh, I think City wins it.
But the end, goalless.
Goes back until the scoring draw for you. I think City wins it at the Etihad. Which in the Italian Serie A, 5 points separate the top of the league and the 7th, which is cool. Napoli are back on top of game. But Rich, Napoli is bread. After say Kevin De Bruyne prayer, Romelu Lukaku prayer, they are struggling to get goals. Davide Neres, Noah Lang, all of these guys are not getting the goals for them. In fact, the last time, it took Frank Andre Zombo and Guisa to get a goal for them. And then when they played in the Champions League, only a single goal in that match. And I remember say the reason why on Tuesday, you did bet in the Babeka say it was because Napoli match. I felt strongly say Napoli can avoid a defeat and not anything about goals, and that's exactly what they did. I was so much in wrapping up quickly on the Italian Serie A fixtures, not for you, Rich. Luciano Spalletti won the second game this time with you, but it's in the Turin derby, Michelle. If you don't follow the Italian Serie A, well, be careful because the Turin derby is a difficult one. It doesn't care where maybe a Torino either. How many Juve won quality a king? For me, in that game, I would rather give Juventus a double chance. Yes, one bet but being careful in that one is important. Como versus Cagliari at 3 p.m. Very interesting. But at home, I'm certain that Como at least gets a 2-goal game. So if you want to avoid who wins it, important. On Sunday, Napoli go away to Bologna to go and play against Bologna. Interesting one in the game that go. And then the game of the weekend, Inter playing against Mauricio Sarri, Lazio match. I think that's a double chance for team a friend Internazionale Milan. It's a weekend where I expect Madrid to win against Rayo Vallecano in the smaller Madrid derby, and of course Football Club Barcelona. The good news of returning to the Spotify Camp Nou, they'll begin to also get results at the few of them. Something I think is going to happen. So Rich, that is my roundup of weekends stories. Very very interesting bet quotes now, Kokobi, because I think Tuesday we won very big, and I want you to win some more. And that's what me code am de ma first one no ni na ye bet we code me show BW 1FD EC 148. That is the first bet code. Second one BW 1FD E8E06. Third one BW 1FD E8633. Fourth one BW 1FD E5DDA. Last one be on a long bet. You find it on my Twitter. Oko Fiifi Manfred on Twitter. Obenya follow Twitter no. Of course Fiifi Manfred or Facebook. You can also follow and then pick up the codes and you may just by there 6 God willing. Okay. You should be able to get greens Rich. Thank you.
Edward, yeah, Edward,